to tell me that after you did this wonderful thing for them without making a single mistake, they just sat there and never said a word to you? Never petted you or admired you or told you how splendid you'd been?
Not a word.
That's simply appalling. I should not have thrown the slippers at him. I should have thrown the fire irons.
Mother! Mother!
I thought it wouldn't be long. Stay where you are, my dear.
Mother, where the devil are you?
Remember, last night you not only danced with the prince, but you behaved like a princess.
Mother, the damnedest thing has happened. You!
How do you do, Professor Higgins? Are you quite well?
Am I
But
quite...
of course you are. You are never ill. Would you care for some tea?
Don't you try that game on me. I taught it to you. Get up and come home and don't be a fool. You've caused me enough trouble for one morning.
Very nicely put indeed, Henry. No woman could resist such an invitation.
How did this baggage get here in the first place?
Eliza came to see me, and I was delighted to have her. And if you don't promise to behave yourself, I shall have to ask you to leave.
You mean that I am to put on my Sunday manners for this thing I created out of the squashed cabbage leaves of Covent Garden?
Yes, my dear, that is precisely what I mean.
I'll see her damned first.
How did you ever learn manners with my son around?
Well, it was very difficult. I should never have known how ladies and gentlemen behave if it hadn't been for Colonel Pickering. He always showed me that he felt and thought about me as if I were something more than a common flower girl. You see, Mrs. Higgins, apart from the things that one can pick up, the difference between a lady and a flower girl is not how she behaves, but how she's treated. I shall always be a flower girl to Professor Higgins because he always treats me as a flower girl and always will. But I know that I shall always be a lady to Colonel Pickering because he always treats me as a lady and always will.
Henry, please don't grind your teeth.
The vicar is here, ma'am. Shall I show him into the garden?
The vicar and the professor? Good heavens, no. I'll see him in the library. Eliza, if my son begins to break things, I give you full permission to have him evicted. Henry, if I were you, I should stick to 2 subjects: the weather and your health.
Well, Eliza, you've had a bit of your own back, as you call it. Have you had enough? And are you going to be reasonable, or do you want any more?
You want me back only to pick up your slippers, put up with your tempers, and to fetch and to carry for you.
I haven't said I wanted you back at all.
Oh, indeed. Then what are we talking about?
About you, not about me. If you return, I shall treat you as I have always treated you. I can't change my nature, and I'm very well not about to change my manners. My manners are exactly the same as Colonel Pickering's.
That's not true. Colonel Pickering treats a flower girl as if she were a duchess.
And I treat a duchess as if she were a flower girl.
Oh, I see. The same to everybody.
Just so. The great secret, Eliza, is not having bad manners or good manners or any other particular sort of manners, but having the same manner for all human souls. The question is not whether I have ever treated you rudely, but whether you have ever heard of me treating anyone else better.
I don't care how you treat me. I don't mind your swearing at me. I shouldn't mind a black eye. I've had one before. But I won't be passed over.
Then get out of my way, for I won't stop for you. You speak about me as if I were a motor bus.
So you are a motor bus. All bounce and go and no consideration for anyone. But I can get along without you and don't think I can't.
I know you can. I told you you could. But I don't suppose you ever wondered whether I could get along without you.
Oh, don't try to get around me. You'll have to.
And so I shall. without you or any other soul on earth. But I will miss you, Eliza. I have learned something from your idiotic notions. I confess that humbly and gratefully.
Well, you have my voice in your gramophone. Whenever you feel lonely without me, you can turn it on. It's got no feelings to hurt.
I can't turn your soul on.
Oh, you are a devil! You can twist the heart in a girl as easily as one can twist her arms to hurt her! What am I to come back for?
For the fun of it. That's why I took you on.
And you may throw me out tomorrow if I don't do everything you want me to?
Yes. And you may walk out tomorrow if I don't do everything you want me to.
And live with my father?
Yes, and sell flowers. Or would you rather marry Pickering?
I wouldn't marry you if you asked me. And you're nearer my age than what he is.
Then he is.
I'll talk as I like. You are not my teacher now. That is not what I want from you, and don't you think it. I have always had chaps enough wanting me that way. Freddie Hill writes me 2 and 3 times a day, sheets and sheets.
In short, you want me to be as infatuated about you as he is that it?
No, I don't. That's not the sort of feeling I want from you. I want a little kindness. I know I'm a common, ignorant girl, and you a book-learned gentleman, but I am not dirt under your feet. What I did was not for the dresses and the taxis. I did it because we're pleasant together. And I came to care for you, not to want you to make love to me, and not forgetting the difference between us, but more friendly-like.
Yes, of course. That's just how I feel. And how Pickering feels. Eliza, you're a fool.
That is not a proper answer to give me!
Well, that's the only answer you're going to get until you stop being a plain idiot. If you're going to be a lady, you'll have to learn that you can't feel neglected for yourself. Every time the men in your life don't spend half their time sniveling over you, and the other half giving you black eyes. You find me cold, unfeeling, selfish, don't you? Very well. Be off with you to the sort of people you like. Marry some sentimental hog or other with lots of money and a thick pair of lips to kiss you with, and a thick pair of boots to kick you with. If you can't appreciate what you've got, you better get what you can appreciate.
Oh, I can't talk to you. You turn everything against me. I'm always in the wrong. But don't you be too sure that you have me under your feet to be trampled on and talked down to. I'll marry Freddie, I will, as soon as I am able to support him.
Freddie! That poor devil who couldn't get a job as an errand boy, even if he had the guts to try for it. Woman, do you not understand? I have made you consort for a king.
Freddie loves me. That makes him king enough for me. I don't want him to work. He wasn't brought up to it as I was. I'll go and be a teacher.
What will you teach?
What you taught me. I'll teach phonetics. And offer myself as an assistant to that brilliant Hungarian.
What? That impostor! That humbug! That toting ignoramus! You would teach him my methods, my discoveries. You take one step in that direction, and I'll wring your neck! Do you hear?
Ring away. What do I care? I knew you'd strike me one day. Ah, that's done you, Enrigan said as. Now, I don't care that for your bullying and your big talk. What a fool I was. What a dominated fool to think you were the earth and sky. What a fool I was. What an addle-pated fool. What a mighty-headed dolt was I. No, my reverberating friend. You are not the beginning and the end.
You impudent hussy. There isn't an idea in your head or a thought in your mouth that I didn't put there.
There'll be spring every year without you. England still will be here without you. There'll be fruit on the tree and a shore by the sea. We'll have crumpets and tea without you. Art and music will thrive without you. Somehow Keats will survive without you. And there still will be rain on that plain down in Spain. Even that will remain without you. I can do will still rule the land without you. Windsor Castle will stand without you. And without much ado, we will all muddle through without you.
You brazen wretch.
Without your pulling it, the tide comes in. Without your twirling it, the earth can spin. Without your pushing them, the clouds roll by. If they can do without you, ducky, so can I. I shall not feel alone without you. I can stand on my own without you. So go back to your shell. I can do bloody well without.
By George, I really did it. I did it. I did it. I said I'd make a woman, and indeed I did. I thought that I could do it. I knew it. I knew it. I said I'd make a woman and succeed. I did.